The phone rang, but no one was on the other end. Then it rang again, same thing. But the third time, a voice whispered my name. It all started when I bought a used phone from a small shop in the city. My old one was cracked, and I needed something cheap. The phone seemed fine at first, just a bit scratched up, but nothing serious. I didn't think much of it. The first strange thing happened the next day. I got a call in the middle of the night. I thought it was spam, so I ignored it. But then it kept ringing, over and over. Same number, no name. I answered the call just to stop the ringing, but all I heard was static. No one spoke. I hung up and tried to go back to sleep, but it called again. This time when I answered, I heard a soft whisper. It was so quiet, I almost didn't hear it, but then I caught it. Someone was whispering my name. I froze. My room was dark, and I suddenly felt cold, like the air had shifted. "Hello?" I said, but no one answered. Just breathing on the other end. I hung up again, my heart pounding in my chest. The calls didn't stop. Every night, around the same time, the phone would ring, and I'd hear the same whisper, calling my name. I thought maybe it was someone playing a prank, so I blocked the number. That worked for a night. But then the next day, a different number called. Same thing, static, then whispers. I tried turning the phone off, but even when it was off, it would turn back on by itself, and the calls would start again. I told myself it was just a glitch, that there was nothing to worry about. But the more it happened, the more I felt like something wasn't right. One night, I decided to confront whoever was behind the calls. When the phone rang again, I picked up and shouted, "Who are you? What do you want?" There was silence for a moment, and then the voice on the other end spoke. Not a whisper this time. It was clear, cold. "I'm coming." I felt the blood drain from my face. I hung up and threw the phone across the room, but it rang again. I didn't answer it this time. I couldn't. But the ringing didn't stop. I called the shop where I bought the phone the next morning, asking if they knew anything about it. The guy on the other end sounded nervous. He told me the phone had belonged to someone else before, but that person had died in an accident. I didn't want to believe him, but I couldn't shake the feeling that there was something wrong with this phone. Something more than just bad tech. The calls kept coming, and every night, the voice on the other end felt closer, like it was watching me, waiting. I don't use the phone anymore, but I can't get rid of it. Every time I try to throw it away, it shows up again. On my bed, on the table, in my pocket, and every night, it rings. I don't answer it anymore. But sometimes, when it rings, I can still hear my name whispered through the walls.